Welcome to Heart Home Community's most recent Baldwinsville Community Update. I'm your host, Shelley Hoffman. Hey everybody, and today I have Lauren Russett, which Lauren's wearing my favorite color in case you didn't know. I don't think it was an intentional thing, but I'm going to take credit for her wearing red today anyway.
It's Bevo red.
How are you doing today, Lauren?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. And for those of you that do not know Lauren yet, she is the, oh my goodness, what is your title with the Greater Baldwinsville Chamber of Commerce?
Executive Director.
I was going to say director. I'm like, there's a word in front of there that I'm missing.
I'm coming up on a year in March. So
nice. Congratulations for surviving, right?
Yes, thank you.
Although you have a big event coming up this weekend, which is why we're talking about today.
Yes.
So you want to tell everybody what's happening on January 29th here in Baldwinsville?
Yes. So this year it will be the 15th annual Bevo Big Chill. I'm excited because it's my first one working on it. I've never plunged before, so it's definitely it's a lot, and it's really awesome to kind of see all of the great things that Bevo's done in the past with the Chamber and Rotary. So Big Chill is a massive fundraiser for our local community. So Baldwinsville Rotary is one of the number one I can't think of the word recipients. We'll go with recipients. It's not the word I'm thinking of donation from the funds and the donations that everyone raises, as well as the chamber, because the chamber runs solely on donations and membership to the organization. And the work that we do is to just try to support our local businesses. And then the great thing about the Big Chill is that our top plunge teams each get to select a charity of their choice to donate to. And so basically the rundown of how to be involved would be if you want to be a plunger, which means you're jumping into however you want. You don't have to fully.
Fairly warm water.
Yeah, fairly warm water at Mercer Park over in the Seneca River. So definitely not something that most people are like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to go freeze and get all nice and cold in the river in the middle of January.
Did you see though, Lauren, I put a comment on our screen that Jacob did say he can't wait. He's excited to take the plunge. So there are crazy people out there like you and I that can't wait.
Yes, I definitely have seen a lot of people get super excited. And I've been so excited to help plan this event and be involved. But the one thing I'm not looking forward to is actually taking the plunge. But I will do it with a smile. Because I know that you and Tina, who are on my team, will be dragging me into it.
Yes. I don't know if you had a choice, to be honest.
But each plungers are asked to raise a minimum of $100, and a ton have gone above and beyond the $100 minimum. And those donations are what help not only fund the event, but definitely get put back right into our community. And then just to 3 other organizations that might be in this area, or they might be serving even bigger purposes. I know our team is going to be donating to American Heart Association, so I think that's awesome as well. And it's great because it's the people who are raising the money and donating and doing all of these things get to also have a piece of where the money's going, and they can really feel that their impact is shown. So
well, I'm gonna take a shout out to WT Brews, even though they're our competitor and they are a fierce competitor at that, but they're not only do they make a plunge team and do a lot of promotion for it, but the pre-registration party, they also host it, correct?
Right. Yep, they will be doing our pre-registration party this Thursday night. So even if you cannot make it out this weekend, our pre-registration party is just as much fun. So from 5:30 to 8 p.m., we'll all be hanging out at WT Brews. This is a chance for our plungers to hand in any donations if they want to get them in kind of last minute, so they can show up in the profile later for the competition piece. We have guest bartenders. I know you will be one of our guest bartenders, which will be super fun. And It's also a great time to pick your plunge music. So one of the perks of Big Chill is that you get to make your plunge and your jump into the Seneca River as fun as possible. You're welcome to you're welcome to dress up, do any kind of dance, anything like that. It's actually very much encouraged. And the great thing about that is you can pick your music to go into if you're on a team. So yeah,
The
and then even any
I just want to interrupt for 1 second because we mentioned the American Heart Society and the Boy Scouts, just so people know that they're plunging for local. This is Captain Kyle Schneider. This was something last year. Cause to Celebrate was actually doing a fundraiser, or 2 years ago. So that's always a great organization to donate to as well. So, and I don't know who WT is yet, but if you come down to the party, all that information is going to be there. Right. I don't know what our music is, but it has to be better than 2 years ago when I was on Tina's team with the unicorns and what we plunged into. So
I wasn't there for that, and I imagine it was a good time.
I'm probably thankful for that one. Yep. So what time is the obviously we have to be there early to set up, but what time does everything start on Saturday?
12 o'clock. So it's going to run from 12 to 2. Plungers, you're more than welcome to come a little bit early. I recommend getting there about probably 15-30 minutes before your plunge time, which you get to select the time that you want to go.
Is that at the pre-registration party as well?
Okay. And if you can't make it to the pre-registration party on Friday, if you give me an email and want to see what times are still available, you're more than welcome to. But we definitely ask that one of your plungers from your team can come if possible. So yeah.
Nice. Well, Linda Clark was nice enough to remind us that Saturday is a high of 12. So do you want to mention the tents part of the event, because that is also well appreciated by us plungers.
So our plungers will definitely be able to stay warm because we do have heated tents and changing rooms. Our big tent will also host our best in bold competition, so that we have some really great competitors that I'm super excited to have. I'm excited to see what they come up with. I never know how things are going to go because I'm wondering who is going to kind of take out on top. But our competitors are Inca Garlic, San Miguel, which is awesome because it's their first time participating in Big Chill, and they're coming off 2 major wins with Chowder Cook-Off and Margarita Fest. So I'm interested to see what they bring to the table, as well as everyone else. But we also have Suds Factory, The Wood, Tissone's, and Fireside Inn. And what I personally love about this lineup is that some of these spots are kind of harder for you to get to. So it's why we have a pub crawl following, which I'll get into a little bit. But it's great that we can have them kind of come to the big event and get some recognition, because there's 3 of our businesses that a little harder to get to if you're walking in the village. So I'm definitely super excited for that.
And there are, I believe, if I'm correct, you guys made the decision that masks will be worn in the tent. Is that correct?
Yep. So there will be signage up. The masks are going to be required in the tent, obviously, unless you're eating and taste testing at that moment. But we obviously want to be as safe as possible during COVID and with everything going on, as well as kind of following our New York State guidelines of it's kind of a tricky situation because it's indoor, but it's also outdoor. It's a tent. Yeah. So we just are trying to go with the safest bet possible, and we don't feel comfortable asking for vaccine requirements and managing that. So yes, definitely masks will be required. We will have a limited supply there as well if you forget, but that's just inside the tent. So we'll also have some signage up.
Nice. Also at the time of the event, is there a donation for the backpack program for the Rotary going on as well?
So between 12 and 2, we will be doing outside/inside the tent. We will be having a donation set up for Rotary's backpack program, which is one of the amazing food programs that Baldwinsville has in the area. I know you're in Rotary, so you might be able to speak a little bit more onto it, but basically they're feeding just about 90 kids every weekend with at-home food. items, such as granola bars, microwavable meals, and things like that, which is great, especially for kids who have food insecurities and stuff like that. So we will be doing a drive for them, and their information for the list is on our website. So you can definitely check out that. Or on our
Did I see something, and Lizzie and Bill, our president, might shoot me, but I swear sometimes Facebook is my best source of information, right? Did I see something about maybe you can order pizzas or pre-order pizzas, or maybe go to the Rotary site? But I did see something on a couple Baldwinsville pages today about that as well.
I did see that this morning. I believe that is a new program put on Rotary. Which looks awesome. I believe what I read was that the proceeds for the event go to 3 of our local food pantries. I think Beeville Community Food Pantry, the VFW Food for Veterans, and maybe Backpack Program. I'm not sure what the third one is, but I did see that this morning too.
Yeah. Awesome. So always something good happening in our community.
And well, the Big Chill is our co-partner is Rotary. So if you have questions on that too, Big Chill is definitely a good spot to get some information on Rotary, how to get involved with them, because most of our volunteers there will probably be Rotarians.
Yeah, they're it might be because I love them, but they're a great group, and you can normally find them because there's usually something on them that says Rotary. So if you see Rotary on somebody's hat or jacket, certainly approach them about the backpack program, the donations, and the pizza. I wish I knew more, but I literally saw it this morning. Right,
I saw pizza and I got excited, so I definitely will look back into what it is.
Same here. And they're not just the food tent, but for those people plunging or on the fence about plunging, there's also heated tents that you can go into before and then after the river to change. So it's not like you jump in the river and then you hop in your car and you leave. There is a place to kind of warm up and dry off, and people standing there to make sure, your stuff is safe and whatnot while you're plunging. Correct.
Sure. We're definitely super excited. I think the event in itself is going to be really cool to just have people back for this event, because obviously it was canceled last year. Or it wasn't canceled. It was modified for the current state of where we were.
You did get sprayed with the hose last year, lady, for money. In case
I did get
that out
by the hose in Shelley's yard. I didn't have to get sprayed as many times, but we kept kind of going back and forth of, okay, well, I'll donate to you, so you have to get sprayed a couple more times. It was definitely very cold. I have a feeling this weekend is going to be slightly colder. I think we got kind of lucky with when we did it. Last year it was still very cold, but I'm definitely super excited. I think the event is just one of those ways that the Beeville community kind of shows its support for not only our local organizations, but just kind of each other. Like, it's a great event that shows, hey, I'll support you. Yeah, I'm going to watch you jump into the Seneca River. In order for
as Matt Hunt, the president of the chamber, put out on the Facebook that he's looking forward to watching both of us plunge into that icy river. Thanks, Matt. You're a sweetheart.
And one thing I would love to mention is a huge shout out to Seneca Savings, as well as our other sponsors. I know, Shelley, with 3 and 5 Realty Partners, you guys sponsored. But I know we have just a fantastic lineup of sponsors. A huge thank you to Seneca Savings being our name sponsor for this year. Their support has been absolutely outstanding for not only this event, but some of our other ones. But they definitely are one of those organizations in Baldwinsville that really has Beeville's best interests at heart. And I think all of our other businesses have really shown that as well during this crazy last couple of years. And Big Chill not happening in last year as it normally does definitely took a financial hit both on the chamber and probably Rotary as well, because that's one of our huge funding sources. So even if you can't plunge, or you don't want to plunge, or you can't sponsor, if you would like to come to Big Chill, to come to our tent, the Best and Bull people it's a $5 ticket, and you get to try some really amazing local foods, and then we can talk about the protocol too.
Yep. And then to throw out, I believe the gifts you get for plunging. So if it's not enough that you get to jump in the Seneca River, right? Like, that should be enough in and of itself. But we also have some great gifts that are given to the plungers as well, which Matt has written out here. But if you want to explain it for those people that maybe can't see it.
This year we have an awesome winter hat that is gonna look super cool. We're excited. It was definitely a back and forth of what color we should all go with, and we all kind of thought a different one, but then we all came together. The hats are gonna look amazing. We're super excited. As well as a tote bag with all of our amazing sponsors listed on it. So last year we did long sleeve shirts, but this is a little bit of a different twist. And the hat you can put on right after you plunge. At the event, we're going to have an awesome 50-50. I made a really cool sign, so I'm excited for that. But 50-50, if you don't know what it is basically everyone puts money into a pot, and then you get half, and we get the other half for the event. I know a lot of people donate their 50% to another organization, or they keep themselves. Do what you want with it. And then
I did see the hat. Andy at Apparel Brothers, correct? Yes. He has a hat on display. So if anybody would like a sneak peek at the hat, they can see him down in his shop.
We have really awesome tumblers that Robin at Sweet Dreams Tea Shop put together for us. They have these cute little Big Chill stickers that will also be on sale. These were made by Rob Levine and put together. So we're definitely, it's something for everyone. We'll have an awesome DJ at the event, as well as a really awesome ice sculpture that I'm super excited to see get carved out by the chainsaw. And that's donated by Timeless Tattoo, as he has in years past. So,
awesome. So I'm going to share just, Matt had put the, for the Beeville Rotary Pizza Roundup.com. It's listed in the comments on Facebook, and it's also here underneath the screen, but Beeville Pizza Roundup.com if you want to order. And then can we switch over to the, to the pub crawl, which real quick, Matt also said to remind us that those hats match the scarf. So if you happen to do the plunge the year of the scarf, you now get a matching hat, which is nice.
I have one right there.
Oh, you do have one right there. I don't know if you can zoom in on this, you can see her scarf.
Grab it, but it's underneath a 50-50 ticket box. So yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, it's going to look really cool. I didn't have to take the plunge in 2019, but I get a scarf. So I'm excited to match, and I'll probably have them all on. But yeah, no, moving on to the pub crawl. So if you can't make it out to Big Chill, or if you don't want to because it's cold out, our pub crawl is definitely a huge hit in years past. I'm excited. It's my first one attending and helping out and working. So from Saturday from 4 to 8 p.m. in the village, we have a ton of spots, and I can list those. But we have a ton of places who will be participating in a poker pub crawl. So you go around and you try to win the best hand. We have a ton of gift card prizes from each of the participating locations. And then we will probably also give a couple other little giveaways to do. I know that we have some from some of our sponsors and in-kind donors. So that it's all you have to do is show up at one of the locations. It's $10 for a ticket, and you go around the village. But we have Pizza Man Pub, we have Inga Garlic, WT Brews, Brick and Barrel, Sammy Malone's, Sal's Pizza and Restaurant, Mohegan Manor, Suds Factory, and San Miguel.
Nice. And so you can get if I'm correct, you can get a $10 card to go around there. Can you buy them at the plunge again? I know sometimes they're at the event in the afternoon. Okay. Yep. Nice. And then the gift card is for the best hand, worst hand, and then kind of anything in between. It's like participation. Is that correct?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. I'm definitely super excited to see the winners and everyone have fun for that, because I'm definitely looking forward to it. I believe you will be a dealer.
Yeah. Yes, I'm a dealer at Sammy's, and I deal that way I can see more people and chit chat a little bit more rather than walking around. I've dealt every year that we've had it, and it's always a lot of fun. So if you're ever interested in doing something like that, again, reach out to Lauren for next year, because we're always looking for volunteers to be dealers as well. Correct there, lady?
Yes, for sure.
Is there anything else going on at the chamber that you want to kind of throw out before we part ways today?
I will mention that next Wednesday we have a coffee talk over at Hearing Aid Consultants. I believe it's right across from like Hickory Hill in that plaza area. I don't know if it would be considered a plaza, but yeah, no, we're definitely super excited. 10 a.m. on Wednesday, the February 2nd. So good way to start out February.
Matt's also reminding us, yes. Go ahead.
So we will be announcing our nomination link for Business Person of the Year nominations. We created, similar to our Small Business Saturday website, we just finished up the final touches on putting together a similar concept, but to get in Business Person of the Year for 2021 nominations in. In years past, we would select the person before the year was over. I know, Miss Shelley Hoffman, you have won. But this year we kind of decided that give people a shout out for the whole entire year, and make sure that everyone's getting recognized that deserves to be recognized. So get your nominations in, check out our Facebook for that link. Should be going live any minute or what? Yeah, in the next 6 minutes. So
It'll be live. Awesome. And I know that's always a tough decision because we have so many just great business owners, people that work in the community. So, think back to the last year and don't hesitate to not nominate somebody. They can't win if they're not nominated.
Right.
So, okay. Well, I know I'm going to see you Saturday. I'm going to see you Thursday at the pre-registration party. We'll catch up again on Saturday and then Saturday night. But please message Lauren over at the Greater Baldwinsville Chamber of Commerce if you have any questions. Information. If you are looking for more information about the backpack program and what's going on with that, not that Lauren can't help you, but that's a Rotary program and they're working this event as a partnership. Correct?
Yep.
So, all right, perfect. Well, enjoy the rest of your day. Sounds like you're going to have a busy rest of the week, and I will catch up.
It's been a good week, but.
All right, bye, Lauren.